Morning, everyone. So I know lunch is right after me, so I've kind of like move it along as much as possible. And as usual with these sort of things, I'm not quite sure where to start. Now that's my bio as our PR group has written up. So kind of like gloss over some of those things. Yes, I do maintain a strong presence on Facebook and Twitter. That's because I'm on them all day. Now, so take it with a grain of salt. Now, I'd like to know a little bit more about you guys and where you are with your careers and what you're focused on before I really get to the meat of the presentation. And this is so I can kind of gauge whether or not I'm really addressing what you're looking for. And the only way for me to do that in a group this size is to ask for a bit of a show of hands. So I'm just going to ask some very basic questions, and I hope you guys will kind of be honest about it when I ask for them. And the first question I have is, I'd like you to raise your hand, if possible, if you are working on search or anything on digital for yourself or the organization that you work for. Meaning you're not reselling it to someone else. Okay, so that's a little under half of the people here. And so if you know, I'd like you to raise your hand now if you are doing this work on behalf of clients here or abroad. So you are, you know, you're the consultant, the expert, the agency taking care of this. So my name is Manny, Nepomuceno, and I work in an ad agency. I work in arguably, and I will say this, arguably the most famous ad agency in the country. This is a statement of fact versus opinion now, we are the most creatively awarded ad agency in the country for both above-the-line advertising and digital marketing. And this is, again, so I need to be very clear that there are times I'm going to be making statements of opinion and statements of fact. The reason for that is you guys have heard from some of the experts in the search marketing field over the past day and a half so far. And there will be times that the things that I will say will be radically, or maybe not even radically, but perhaps different or contradictory to something you've heard before. And so I have to be very clear that the agency background makes me a very good generalist, but not necessarily a very good specialist. And so where I differ from them in statements of fact, I will defer to their greater knowledge and experience and say, yeah, I'm probably wrong here. But where I differ from them in matters of opinion, I will, on the other hand, take a stand and say, my experience tells me otherwise. So I just want to be very clear about that if I say something that's very different, we just have to take it in context there.